Shall we say hello to Mommy's friends? You're just a little baby, aren't you? What did humans ever do to deserve dogs? I do not know. Do you want to go on the sofa? And cats, let me just add, I love them both. Hello you gorgeous lot, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for clicking on this video. You can tell from the title I'm going to be doing a full face of Charlotte Tilbury makeup. Now this is probably one of my top 5 makeup brands, and in general, like, I like to think I have a fair amount of knowledge on this brand, you know. I think I've pretty much tried every single product that they have, except, oh that's a lie, except their brow products. I ordered a top up for myself, so I got the brow pencil to try, and then one of my favorite lip liners. But I was lucky enough actually to be sent these products in PR. I don't know whether to keep this thing on my head or not. And I've done a different camera setting on my camera today. Basically this is a new camera. I got it in my birthday vlog, which you haven't seen. That's a cheeky little plug-in right there, you know, after this video. You know what's doing it. Okay. Yeah, no one else here to laugh at that moment. Love that. When you've been doing YouTube for a good couple of years now, you actually start to get used to those awkward dad jokes that you tell by yourself, and no one is there to appreciate them. But you guys are now, so I hope you appreciate that. Because I have this new camera, I'm playing around with different settings. It's absolutely phenomenal. Are you ready to see the autofocus on it? I'm sorry, I'm just so shocked. It's me. Oh my God, it's a product. Sick. Look how fast that focuses. Oh, hands are now nice and clean, so I'm gonna go in with a little bit of magic cream. I have mentioned in my previous full face of Charlotte Tilbury videos that she made this little mixture herself, and then when she created her own brand, she put her little mixture into this tub and created her magic cream that she used to use on her celebrity clients. Fun fact, I've actually met Charlotte Tilbury and she was lovely. Really, really lovely. I'll see if I have the photo. If I have the photo, I'll put it like somewhere around here. And I felt a bit nervous actually. I don't know why, I just felt a little bit like, ooh, you know, like excited nerves. So I'm just gonna allow that sink to skin. My skin's been a right little cow recently, and I've got a lot of texture here, and then I've also had these big, you know them under the skin at like hurtful spots, but they don't really have a whitehead, so it's like an unskinned cyst kind of thing going on. Yeah, I have one of them there and there, but they're going down now, thankfully. So that's great. I have fake tan in my body, in case you're curious. I'll tell you what one that is at the end of the video. Okay, next product is the Magic Eye Rescue. My eye cream option varies depending on, you know, what kind of makeup I'm going for, what's the vibe. But I thought, you know, it's a full face Charlotte Tilbury, so you know, I've got to prep the skin with the Tilbury products. I personally recommend trying the magic cream in the smaller parts. I'll see if I can link it in the down bar. That way you can give it a go, see if your skin likes it, rather than jumping in the deep end and buying one of these big bad boys, because these ain't cheap, let me tell you. It is not a cheap cream, but it is very thick. If you've been sleeping on this foundation, it is time for you to wake up, okay? With every foundation, it's gonna come down to preference, what you look for in your foundation, because all of us watching this right now, it's going to be different. Some people want full coverage, some people want sheer, some people want a tint, some people want medium, some people want satin finish, matte finish, you know, the list goes on. But for me, this is such a gorgeous, like, everyday foundation. I normally use a shade 7N, but today I'm going to mix a little bit of 9N. So 9 neutral and 7 neutral. I'm going to mix them together to get a darker foundation shade, because this is normally my like everyday kind of shade. We're going to take 1 pump of the 7 and a larger pump of the 9. I'm just gonna take like any random brush that I have. I'm just gonna swirl that together. Of course you can use an actual mixing dish or whatever, but I ain't got time for that, you know what I'm saying? Right, so I'm gonna use whatever's on the brush just to dab on, because I don't want to waste any product. Because we all know that Charlotte Tilbury ain't drugstore prices. But it's worth it, okay? It's worth it. Let me just grab the end of my flat brush here, and we're gonna start popping that on. Yeah, that's a really good match for the neck. Going around the skin, just like that. I'm gonna take this fluffy side of the brush now and start buffing that into the skin. Now I'm gonna grab a beauty sponge and once again press that into the skin to get that skin-like look. Plus this will pick up that extra bit of foundation that's sitting on top of the skin and not really doing much. So you can just see for yourself how glowing and radiant that foundation looks. And make sure you push that into your hairline as well. If your ears are gonna be on display, make sure you go over the ears and take it onto the jawline. Even if it is an absolute amazing match, just run it down there. We're gonna do a little bit of liquid contouring and then we're gonna use a new product after that. So these contour ones are so popular to the point that you really struggle to get your hands on them. Sometimes when these are in stock online, I'll buy 2 because I feel like I use them fairly quick. Like look how thin that looks there. I'm gonna do a little bit there, and on the other side as well. I feel like with this product, you don't need a lot. I just do one little squidge and then so much comes to the surface and then that's it. I'm bringing it down to the nose. Have any of you struggled with getting that contour as well? Start blending that out. Just doing a little pressing motion for those cheekbones. I think it just blends together so nicely. Going over a smaller brush now. Last bit is in here. We got a new product to try. Okay, so this is the Pillow Talk Lip and Cheek Glow. I have the shade Color of Dreams here. This is what the packaging looks like. And then that is the color. Do you know what the smell reminds me of? MAC lipsticks. Yeah, it smells like MAC lipsticks. I'm kind of contemplating using my fingers for this because it is a cream product and it might melt a little bit better. Ooh, you know when you like use your product for the first time and it's not pretty anymore. See that, yeah? Drum roll, please. I'm gonna put it all underneath the eyes and up the cheekbones because I haven't put my concealer on yet. Okay, so it's not as like pigmented as I thought it would be. I'm definitely having to build up this area here because it kind of looks a little bit separated. Let me just use the end of this brush just to press that in as well. With most like sort of cream or liquid blushes, I will always put like a normal one on top once I set the whole face in place. It's got a gorgeous dewy look to it, like it's super radiant. It's just not as intense and even as I thought it would be. But if you are a very minimal kind of person, then this could be great for you. I'm just gonna put some on my lips just to see. That's it on the lips. For me with this product, if I'm being honest, this would be purely a little bit of like a holiday product, or when I've done my face and I want a little bit of a glow and I just want to add a little bit of colour to it, like a little bit of a flushed look, sun-kissed look, you know, kind of vibe. I would just have a tiny bit in there and just press it on the tops of my cheeks to give myself that highlight, that glow. Use it as a little bit more of a top up rather than all over blush. So I would think this would be gorgeous when you're on holiday and you don't really have makeup on and you just want to put a little bit of colour on there, onto your cheeks, on your lips, and you want it to have a little bit of glow as well, like that dewiness. This for me would be more of a holiday product. Moving on to a product I'm super familiar with, which is the Magic Away Concealer. I really hate the top of the lid of this bloody product. Honest to God, why is this so tight, please? Come on now. It's gonna take my damn teeth out, and this is not the first time having to bite into this. Sort that out. Love this concealer, really recommend it as well for my more mature guys and girls watching. Really lovely coverage, and whenever I do my mum's makeup, 9 times out of 10 I use this concealer on her. I have to take the little applicator on top off because it just uses the product way too fast for my liking. I've said this in a previous video before. If anyone from Charlotte Tilbury's team sees this video, very unlikely, but if you do, please just make this in a bigger version. Maybe do one of the applicators where you kind of can squeeze it out. You know, the ones that have a little bit more of a teardrop to it and it has a hole in the middle and you can squeeze the product. That'd be amazing. And give us more product in this. You know what, Charlotte Tilbury, if your team want to take me on to help create some products, I'm here all weekend. Okay, thank you. Right, now with this one on the back of my hand, I'm gonna go in with a flat brush at first. I'm just gonna take that underneath the eye and into this inner corner here where a lot of us, you know, can tend to get a bit of discoloration. Bring it down the side of my nose, just like that, underneath the eye. Then I'm gonna go onto that chin and cover those lovely little boil things. All of it is natural, like bumps, lumps, lines, discoloration, darker areas, lighter areas, like it's all normal. That's why I love YouTube so much, because you get to see people's skin a bit more compared to, like, you know, Instagram, because of course Instagram, you take like 20 photos in amazing lighting and you're obviously going to pick the best one. Do you know what I mean? Instagram is very much that highlight reel and you only see the best kind of things as such. That's why I like YouTube. It's a little bit more of a relaxed vibe, isn't it, really? What is your favourite social media platform? I'm going to start to blend out all the other areas and do my under eyes last. Kind of dries it down a little bit, although this concealer doesn't take long to dry down really. We're just going to speed this bit up. This is how everything is looking in this moment in time. I'm just going around my little fluffy brush just to merge everything together so it's all seamless. And I just think the skin looks so flipping healthy and radiant. Charlotte Tilbury does have the loose setting powder, but then she has the very iconic Airbrush Flawless Skin, which is what I'm gonna use. I love this, if you couldn't tell already. It's funny because the first time I ever used this product, I wasn't really that bothered by it. I was just a bit like, oh yeah, it's nice, like whatever. No, it is not all right. It's gorgeous and it's one of my favorite setting powders ever. It's super fine, it goes onto the skin amazingly well, it doesn't disrupt your foundation, your product underneath, it doesn't go a different colour because of course they have different shades, and it just does an amazing job at setting your makeup in place. Another pressed powder that I've been loving recently is the Fenty Universal. That is so good as well, and I was a little bit skeptical of trying that one, you know, because it had that proper white colour. I thought, how's that gonna look on the skin? No, it's so nice. I'm also going around the eyebrows because, you know, they get a little bit shiny. Pillow Talk Dreams looks like this. Let me bring it closer for you. I would normally do my eyes first and then prime them and stuff, but we ain't gonna do that today. We are literally just gonna go straight on. Put a bit of foundation on them. I've contoured them, so we're just going straight on. That up on that towel. Gonna bring that into here and then bring it up like that, okay? Clean blending brush just to really soften that all out. There's like one hair on my eyebrow growing through, but because obviously my eyebrows grow through quite dark, it just looks like there's a black dot there. I'm gonna go into that socket and face the brush down so it goes right in there. Darker shade now. We're just gonna start pressing it onto the lid. One thing that I definitely notice with a lot of her matte eyeshadows in general is they don't really have a lot of fallout and they're very soft. So I'm just trying to create that shape. I'm gonna use that shade there and just put a tiny bit onto that brow bone. I'm going to use one of her dual-ended liners. I actually quite like these because I love the fact that, you know, it's one pencil but I've got two different options on the end, and I just love the convenience of it. So I'm going to take the black side, which is a gorgeous deep pigmented black, and I'm going to run that along my tight line and then on top. I'm also going to run a tiny bit onto the waterline, and then I'm going to just start smudging that out. Now I've got this like gorgeous smoky eye. I'm going to do the other eye, put some lashes on, and I'll be back. Eyes are done and I'm loving them. Have put on some eyelashes. These are the unicorn style in Bubble Pop. They are kind of like my OG lashes, you know, like they're always ones that I go to that I can just always rely on. And I love the Kissful Scaras, and then I love the Eyelaw. I think it's number 21s. Yeah, obviously I have like certain like ride or die eyelashes, and these are one of them. Okay, let's talk about the eyeshadows. Went on really nicely, considering I didn't even use a primer for them. Like, that is so good. And there was basically no fallout with these dark eyeshadows, which is so good. I cannot believe I haven't tried their Brow Cheat Micro Precision Brow Pencil. I have the shade Natural Brown because I ordered this so long ago and it's just been sitting there. I don't know why. And I also ordered this like ages ago as well because I needed me one of these. Oh, that's nice. Got a little, oh, very thin. Brushing all the hairs up. So what I'm gonna do is just shape out the bottom of the brow. It's quite a good colour. And then just go in and fill the middle and just lightly run it through. I don't really do my eyebrows very neat anymore. Like, that's a lie. I do them neat, but not super neat, because I just feel like when they're very structured, it reminds me of like, you know, 2017 Sabrina, and I don't really want to go back there, you know. Okay, so got a little before, a little after. Thicken that out. a tiny bit. And I've also put a bit onto my little mole there as well. I actually quite like that, you know. And the product itself feels quite stiff because I've had brow products in the past that as soon as you start to put a bit of pressure on them, they just start snapping. And that one didn't. So I'm definitely gonna use this in future. I think what I'll do is I'll use this to do like the shaping of the brow, and then for the front I'll go in with my NYX Lift and Sculpt brow pen just to add a few actual like strokes of hair, and then of course a brow gel. But for the sake of the video I'm just gonna leave it like that, and I'm really happy with that, to be fair. Now we're gonna go into a little bit of bronzer, which is my favorite part. I love bronzer and concealer. They are like two things I can't live without. So this bronzer is very well loved by a lot of people, to be fair, because when you apply this, I mean, it's massive, but when you apply this, it goes on so finely and you can build it up, and it's super natural kind of vibes. I've also had this bronzer for so long, and I swear to you, it never seems to be going down. Same for the other side, and just bring that into the hairline. And we're just gonna go up the side of the nose. Sometimes if I add like a little bit of bronzer or a bit of contour onto the nose, I just go on top with my sponge, just so it looks a little bit more like natural as such. And we're gonna put a little bit underneath the bottom lip as well. I mean, why the hell not? So I'm gonna grab this product here, which is the Pillow Talk Cheek to Chic, and it's in the shade Intense. Taking my blusher brush, I'm just gonna swirl a little bit of it all, and we're just gonna apply that onto the tops of the cheeks, onto the top of the nose, just like that. Then we're gonna take another blush that I've recently been reaching for quite a lot from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the shade Ecstasy. Doesn't even look like much on the camera, but it's really gorgeous and glowy. I'm gonna swirl my brush in there a little bit back and forth, and then that one is gonna be applied just near more so the apples, blending into the darker shade. I really want to use a Beauty Light wand because these are so gorgeous and just look amazing. A lot of people tend to use these when they've got the creams on their face because of course, you know, when you set a powder then add something that's creamy or liquid, it can sometimes separate. But I found that if I put it onto the back of my hand, then just put a minimal amount, it doesn't actually affect the makeup. One is Pinkgasm, the other's Pillow Talk. I think I might go a bit more for Pillow Talk because I've got a nice sort of pinky glow already going on. So I'm just gonna give that a little twist like that onto the back of the hand. These are such a must-have for summer, so actually I'm patting it out. I actually got one of my friends Mark this for his birthday. I don't know what shade I got because I can't really remember now. Yeah, they're done. Just look at that. It gives you that perfect glow, and when you've got minimal makeup on as well, gorgeous on the skin. Photograph amazingly well as well. Oh la la, I like it. I'm gonna put a little bit in the Cupid's bow area. I noticed with like the Charlotte Tilbury Instagram and how they do their makeup and stuff, they love to apply their highlighter everywhere, don't they? I'm gonna go in with a little brush and then a little bit down the bridge of the nose. Then I'm just gonna run a tiny bit just along here. With the brush that I used to set the face in place, I'm just gonna sharpen that contour and then just press around this area because I do want to keep that matte. I don't want that to be too shiny. And yeah, this is the vibe. Oh, I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. First product I'm gonna use for my lips is Hot Gossip, which is a lip liner. And the two lip liners that I love from this brand is Hot Gossip and Iconic Nude. They're the two I recommend, love them. And then I'm gonna use a new lipstick that they sent through PR, which is the shade Pillow Talk Medium. I'm gonna start by doing my top lip. I always kind of overline it a little bit. I'm gonna go around with my brush that I used for the concealer, cleaning up the lips basically, make sure there's like no wonkiness. Time for a new product. Oh wow, that's actually quite a plummy sort of shade. Oh, I don't know how that's gonna go, but I'm gonna dab it on. I do quite like a dark brown lip though. I actually think the lips go really nice with the eye color. These are the kind of tones that they're going for within this sort of Pillow Talk range. And here we have the finished look for all of you. There are some star products that I definitely want to recommend to you whilst you're watching this video. One of them is this product here that I didn't actually use in this video, but I love it. I swear by it. It's incredible. It's amazing. I've used this in so many of my videos that I didn't want to use it in this one today, but this is the Hollywood Flawless Filter. I use the shade 4.5. I love how versatile this product is. You know, you can use it alone just with concealer because it really helps to even out the skin tone, give it a radiant look. You can use it as a primer under your foundation, and you can use it as a highlighter as well. You can also mix it in with your foundation. Like, genuinely, it's such a versatile product. Get it in your life, you won't regret it. Next thing that you need to try is the Beauty Lighter ones. Go into like a makeup counter and see what kind of shades you like, or you can look at swatches online, of course. They're perfect all year round, and you can use them when you just want to put your creams on, or you can use them like I have. They also look amazing on the chest, the collarbone area, when you have something like low cut. Blend out amazing, gorgeous consistency, the pigmentation is stunning. Another product that I didn't use in this video because I didn't feel like it was necessary to, you know, I'm not going out after this. I'm not gonna be wearing this makeup out, but if I was, it would be the setting spray. It does what it's meant to do. It makes your makeup last. The only thing is I'm not too keen on the smell of it, but I put up with that because the results and how long it makes my makeup last is well worth it. This is a setting spray that I wear when I'm going clubbing, if I'm going out for like evening drinks or anything like this, or meals, like whatever. Okay. Obviously the contour wand is sick. It's so good. If it's in stock, get your hands on it. It's amazing. This is something I constantly repurchase, always have in my makeup bag. You can see how much I use of it. Amazing, love it. I'm gonna mention foundation and the setting powder. Setting powder is gorgeous, it's lightweight, it doesn't change your foundation color. It doesn't make it look too drying, too matte. It doesn't have any iridescence, so it doesn't look shiny. It's just the perfect setting powder, basically. It just sits so nicely on top of the skin because it's so fine. Now the foundation, this has fast become a favorite of mine. It's constantly what I'm reaching for. Left the foundation till last because of course you would only like this if you like this sort of finish on your foundation, you know? Foundation is super personal and it depends what you need your foundation for and what you want your foundation to do. But if you like a similar look to how this looked in the video, get it because everyone's going crazy for it. And there's a good reason why. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I have fake tanned. To do that, I use the Vita Liberata Mousse. This is the medium shade. I'm only mentioning this at the end of the video because I might get some comments or some questions on what tan I'm wearing, so I just thought I'd mention it. I just feel like it goes really well with the undertones of my skin. I'm actually quite cold right now. Can you see I've got goose pimples? I don't know why. I hope you have enjoyed this full face of Charlotte Tilbury with me. If you have, please do give it a big thumbs up. I'm super pleased with the makeup and how it come out. I hope you guys love it as much as I do. If you have any video requests that you'd like me to do, then comment them down below. If you haven't, click the bell so you never miss an upload, and I'll leave my TikTok and Instagram in the down bar. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day, great week, and I'll see you in the next video.